Alright, so we have done each of the individual tribal quests. And the story has gotten a bit rough. So let's try something a little more lighthearted, uplifting, and see what the tribes are dealing with at the moment. At least, I hope that's how this goes. I hope it's a positive thing. This could be terrible. Lieutenant Tia, you've done the realm a great service. On behalf of all the Maelstrom, you have me gratitude. There was a time when even mentioning the notion of peace with the Beastmen would have gotten you laughed out of Limsa, but no more. Your efforts have opened avenues once thought impossible. And you couldn't have come out at the better time. We've received an urgent call for aid from the Order of the Twin Adder. It would seem your services are required in Gridania. When Lieutenant Gavin will brief you on the particulars upon your arrival at the Adder's Nest. Godspeed, Lieutenant Tia. May Limlane guide ye. So if we're headed there, we're likely headed to the Sylphs. I don't know if I ever gave a proper summary of what happened with the Sylphs. So let's try that now.
Last time on Dragon Ball Z, the Chosen One has returned. A legendary Sylph born only once every 1,000 years. Who raises this sprout will determine the fate of the Sylphs. The temperate Sylph stole it, but a cunning ruse from a local idiot saw it back to allied hands. The day was saved. For now.
Alright, Lieutenant Gavin. Ny'ardbert, what I'd not give to hear of your adventures with the Ixal over a flagon of mead. And yet I fear that more pressing matters demand our attention today. When you're ready for your briefing, you need only say the word. I'm ready for the briefing. Is that not the word? Asparagus. Your zeal is most appreciated, friend. Allow me to delve straight into the matter at hand. We have received a most disturbing report from our contact in Vilsalis, the esteemed scholar of Sylphic mysteries by the name of Voice. Ah, yes, stupid one. I could not make much sense of his missive. I dare say I've seen chocobos with better quillmanship, but it would appear that recent events have struck the fear of the gods into the man. What few sentences I could decipher specifically asked us to contact the Maelstrom and send for you, Ny'ardbert. It would seem the Master Voice was quite taken with your prior efforts on his behalf. It need not be said that any threat facing our Sylph friends is potentially a threat to Gridania as well. Pray make for a little solace and look into the matter that concerns Master Voice so. Alright. I believe the Hawthorne Hut is the nearest Imperial Hut. Come, Ny'ardbert. We have friends to consult. Hello, Learned One. Heroic One is here. What's this? A copy of A Brief History of the Twelveswood has been replaced by a tome detailing 240 varieties of beastkin feces. Why, Ny'ardbert, whatever are you doing here? I sent for you. Now that you mention it, perhaps I did. Okay. What's the matter? What's the matter, you say? A veritable peck of podlings pilfered from Little Solace while I was taking a brief respite from my research. You must help me, friend. Why were Elder Frixio to find out that this happened under my watch? This one would be entirely unsurprised. This one is heartened by Brave One's presence. If there is one thing that can be said for Bumbling One, it is that Bumbling One has strong and trustworthy friends. This one fears it is exactly as Bumbling One says. Little ones that these ones had raised with care, little ones soon to sprout to life, gone. Every last one. As you all know, friend, podlings are young sylphs in their pre-birth state. Why, this is no mere act of theft, but sylph-napping on an unprecedented scale. Little ones are the future. Without little ones, there'll be no one to carry on these ones' vision of peace. The touched ones are behind this, no doubt. Having failed to capture the chosen one, now they would rear an entire generation of hate-filled, treacherous sylphs. We must stop them. And by we, I mean brave Ny'ardbert here. You will venture to the Sylphlands and rescue the little ones from the hands of their would-be kidnappers, yes? Yes, you must! Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Come, Ny'ardbert. Sylphlands proper. What's going on around here? He looks, but does he see? No, he does not. Otherwise he would not be looking where he is looking. That which you seek will not be found here, for this is not the idle mischief of malevolent sylphs. Oh no, this is but the prelude to a dark and dastardly plot that threatens to shake Eorzea to its very core. My name? You could call me Sylvie. But you will have no occasion to do so, for I shall pursue our kidnapper, and you shall return and see to your own concerns. That is, if you know what's good for you. Oh, unfortunately, I really don't. Farewell, friend. Our paths will not cross again. I must hurry, yes, hurry to Lunacia before tragedy strikes again. That was definitely a shapeshifted self, right? They don't talk like one. But it might be the chosen one. They act funky. Not like that different, but maybe. It's the green hair that makes me think that they're not just like a person. Not that there isn't anyone with green hair, but like it. There's very few with like that particular shade, at least, in this setting. There you are, friend. I trust that you gave those nasty sylphs their due and returned the little ones to safety? They weren't there. What's that you say? It was not the touched ones that did the deed. It was a mysterious green-haired maiden that shared this knowledge with you? Whoever could be behind this unconscionable crime? Perhaps the answer lies in one of my tomes. On the medicinal property of Gubu feces. Oh, this won't do at all. Woe is me. It would appear that there's more to the disappearance of podlings than I had originally suspected. But where to turn next? Allow me to apply the scientific method to analyze the situation. The girl Sylvie said that the touched ones were not responsible for the crime. As the such little Solace would have no reason to kidnap their own, we can safely deduce that the perpetrator is not a sylph at all. Do you follow me thus far? Yes. You also say that the girl mentioned La Nausea, and that she must travel there before tragedy strikes again? Good gods, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Pirates! Yes, pirates have stolen the podlings to sell in the black markets! Those scurvy, thieving scoundrels! Fortunately for us all, I just so happen to have an acquaintance in the area. A colleague, I should say. He's a naturalist specializing in marine life. He goes by the name Guston, primarily. I suspect because that is his actual name. You'll likely find him at the Drowning Wench. He often said his ideas flow most readily after a pint of Batteron's Best. Okay, to the Drowning Wench. Guston? The seas are angry today, friend. The waves 10 spars high if they were a foam. You'll be staying in port if you know what's... Not a sailor, but an adventurer, you say. Sent by a voice, you say. Lim Lane take me. I journeyed halfway across the realm in hopes of ridding myself of that barnacle-brained but lubber. Fortunately for you and your bungling friend, you've caught old Guston in a good mood. So entertain me. What's that bloody fool gotten himself into this time? This note, penned by pseudo-scholar voice, is scrawled in a hand quite similar to Chocobo Scratch. Is this supposed to tell me something? This letter looks like it was penned by an half-drunk Chocobo. If you'd be so kind, spare me the headache and give me the details yourself. A mass kidnapping of baby sylphs, and that bloody halfwit thinks it was pirates what done the deed? That sounds just crazy enough to be true. I was at the docks not a few bells ago when I spied an unfamiliar face. Managed to acquire a vessel, seemed, and if my ears heard true, was looking to sail for Halfstone amidst a fierce fog. A scholar with a face like mine ain't gonna be one to judge by appearances, but I didn't like the cut of the man's jib, if you could gather me meaning. Mind ye, I didn't speak to the blighter myself. His son Robin had a few words with him, though, and didn't seem to enjoy the experience none. If you'd speak with him for yourself, you'll find him at the docks. Seems his adventure under the sea hasn't damped his passion to follow him in his old man's footsteps. Oh, Robin's the kid I saved. Were you there too? Sorry, I didn't save them. The Sahagin saved them. I helped do first aid on a bunch of other people. Hey, Robin.
Hey, I remember you. You're the adventurer who returned that necklace to the nice fishmen for me. You did return it, didn't you? They were so nice to me after all. I just had to do something nice for them, too.
I did. They appreciated it quite a bit.
Wonderful. I knew I could count on you. What's that you say? Father told you about some strange man at the docks. I saw him, I did. He was wearing some strange metal mask. At least I hope it was a mask. It looked more like a part of his face. He said he had a score to settle with Nav? Of course, I didn't remember until I saw your face, but the nice fishman that saved me One of them was named Nav, I'm sure of it. Are the nice fishmen in danger? Please tell me you'll go and make sure they're safe. And bring them this. Tell them it's a thank you gift from Robin. Oh, you're sending more oranges? They loved the oranges last time. Tailport. Alrighty. Let's head on down to Nav's nursery. Check in with the boys. Impressive wall they've got here. Seems like it's less than useful against the Sahagin, but probably useful against the Garleans. Nav, I come bearing gifts and questions. And probably a warning.
Pshaw. Are my eyes to be believed? Yes, Ny'ardbert returns. What brings my shore-walking spawnling back to my clutch?
A burlap sack filled to bursting with freshly picked Lunassian oranges.
Oranges. This is a true delight. Ever since the last batch you brought, my spawnlings clamor endlessly for more. A present from the finless child? This pleases me greater still. Yes, perhaps a new generation brings hope for peace between our peoples.
Psh, Clutchfather, I need your counsel.
Psh, do you so quickly forget so? A Sahagin does not thrash against the currents. He is one with the water, flowing as it flows.
Forgive me, Clutchfather. It is Bo, our youngish brother.
What of him?
He was spearfishing at Moonshade Isle, and then he was gone, spirited away by a shore walker.
Why? All I and my spawnlings seek is to live in peace. Ny'ardbert, you were the first finless one to prove yourself a friend to my clutch. I would ask you to go accompany me to Moonshade Isle. I have no desire to turn my spear against the shore walkers, but I shall defend my spawnlings with my life. Travel on ahead, friend. I shall swim along shortly.
Alright. You know, even though... Wait, we have our own now. It's showing up on the map, which means it's somewhere I can go. Let's go there ourselves. mercenary. So someone's doing this for money, which means it might be funded, but like, why? Why? Who would want a Sylph baby and a Sahagi baby? Unless it's one of the Asians.
Psh, over there, do you see? Curses! While we had our fins full with those schmall fry, he's fled clear out to She. Boo's among the youngest of us. His gills have not yet taken form, and his limbs have been bound by the finless one. If he is cast into the waters, he will drown like a shore walker.
Oh no. Okay, no, not Lunga, thank God. There was a cat that they said had a mask. I was very worried for a moment.
Psh, I have come for my child, finless one.
Cool mask, though. So you have. Most impeccable timing, if I say so myself.
Save me, Clutchfather.
All too easy.
Oh, Clutchfather, no!
So much for the mighty Sahagian. For all your prideful posturing, in the end you are naught but beasts. Know your place and spare yourself any further suffering.
Be strong, Clutchfather. Your son comes for you. These waters are too deep for a shore walker. Leave the Clutchfather's rescue to me. Return to the nursery and tell my spawn brothers to prepare to tend to his wounds.
Alright. Good luck, so. I'm not gonna pretend that my ops is as fast as theirs. Wow. Now beat us back?
Kidnapping my spawn brother, striking at the Clutchfather. That furred, finless one makes a mockery of us all. I will not suffer this dishonor. And yet, such strength. How can we hope to stand against such a foe? Psh. Worry not, Ny'ardbert. It is but a flesh wound, and worse have I suffered. No, it is the dishonor of failing to protect my child that cuts truly deep. This masked shore walker who would steal my child from me, he will answer for his crimes. Yes, I must rest for a while. Ny'ardbert, you may lack for gills, but you are as much my child as any of those I have spawned. It is as your Clutchfather that I would beseech your aid. I know not what that masked shore walker means to do with Boo, but I fear for the boy's life. I would leave this moment in pursuit, but I am not young, and my wounds are slow to heal. My son, pray rescue your brother in my stead. There is a saying among our people: the shark that swallows a Sahagin will choke on its scales. Though my clash with the kidnapper might have appeared a one-sided affair, I assure you it was not entirely so. After I tumbled into the waves, I struck at the villain's skiff with my spear. Even in my weakened state, I was able to open a sizable hole in the bottom. The vessel will flood before long, if it has not already. The fiend will have no choice but to dock at the nearest port for repairs, and there is only one suitable location in western Lanasia. Psh! You will find our man at Ny'ardbert. You can be sure of it. Go forth, O strongest of my sons. Your spawn brother's life hangs in the balance.
Alright, let's hustle to Ny'ardbert then. No time to waste. Also, Nov called me his son. That's very touching. A survey of this gift reveals nothing unusual. More of the same. Why can't I target this? There we go. You notice a small hole in the skiff's bottom, identifying it as the kidnapper's vessel.
Again he comes, unaware that what he seeks has already been swept away by the tide. Just couldn't leave well enough alone, could you, stranger? Oh well, I suppose it matters little now. I know who it is you seek, for I seek him as well. I also know that our man left Ny'ardbert not bells ago, and none in town can speak as to his whereabouts. First he came for sylphs, then for Sahagins. Yes, it is clear enough. The wheels are in motion, and they will not stop until every beast tribe has been crushed beneath. He must be stopped, and I will be the one to stop him.
Who is that Masmakote?
So you saw him as well, clad all in black with a face of metal and that red eye burning in the darkness. They call him the Ebon Claw, as those who speak his birth name are said to be not long for the world. To what dark end he preys upon the beast tribes, I cannot say, only that he cannot be allowed to continue. If you would know more of our quarry, seek out Baderon at the Drowning Wench. I must move quickly before tragedy strikes again.
Okay, so there's a ferry I think I can take to Windsor from here, right? Alright. Well, if it ain't me favourite regular, Ny'ardbert. You come for a pint or a tale? Mayhap both. Do you know anything about this guy? Buggered me with a spear. And tell me you didn't say what I just think you said. I told you not to tell me that, Ny'ardbert. Just hearing those words sends a shiver up my spine. The Ebon Claw. Naza Jab, though I'd suggest you avoid speaking that name if you prefer your head attached to your body. One of the 5 deadliest sellswords in Eorzea by my measure. Not that you're like to have heard of him. Prefers to keep to the shadows, you see. Smuggling, assassination, extortion. The dirtier the job, the more it titillates the man. Believe it or not, he started out as an adventurer, not unlike yourself. Some reckoned he'd be just the hero the realm was looking for, but doing good didn't seem to satisfy him none. It didn't take him long to turn to the dark side. Oh shit, he's the warrior of darkness. You're as strong and sure as a lad as I know, and that's why I give you this advice. Keep a wide berth of that man. I hate to see you end up like...
Like who?
Which reminds me, Ny'ardbert. Someone stopped by the wench not long ago asking if I'd seen you about. An officer of the Maelstrom, no less. I believe he said his name was Truckrate. Burly bloke didn't share any details, but it seemed a matter of some urgency. You best get along to Maelstrom Command and see what the fuss is. Alright. Truckrate, you sent me on this mission, like, not long ago. Has something happened in the last couple hours? Thank the Navigator, just the man I was looking to see. You remember Lieutenant Skateswiss, no doubt. How could I forget? Aye, she leaves quite an impression. And it would seem you left quite an impression on her as well, since she asked for you specifically by name. Oh. It seems there's another storm brewing at the 789th Order dig, and she reckons she needs your steady hand to navigate through. As per the nature of the storm, that you'll have to hear straight from her. Okay. Let's head over to Camp Overlook. Let's see if I can still do Skateswiss's voice or not.
Have you noticed it, Overdweller? Changes have come to the 789th Order dig. Transformations, alterations, changes. Yes, many changes at the dig. Firstly, nap time has been cut from 4 hours to 3. Secondly, all pickmen must at least think about picking up their pickaxe once a day. Thirdly... but Giggle must see to important business. Overdweller will return in 3 hours, yes?
Skateswiss? Ny'ardbert, I thought she'd never come. We've got a crisis on our hands here, and I ain't just talking about this oversized beetledrat's aversion to anything resembling honest work. I tell ye, after all he and I did to end Zogar's reign of terror, you'd think he'd make the slightest effort to raise his order from the arse end of Cobalt Society, wouldn't you? Well, you'd be wrong. But that's neither here nor there. The reason I wanted ye goes beyond this lot of loungers. We've got a catastrophe facing all of Cobalt kind. I tell you, these days, it's out of the bomb's nest into the cauldron. What sort of crisis, ye ask? Scores of kobolds from the mines just up in Disenperium. Aye, one moment they're there, and the next they're gone. Who or what could possibly be responsible for this? A serial beastman kidnapper. Aye, the rumours from the Shroud and Onasia haven't escaped me ears. Beastmen spirited away from their homes. But one question remains, why? From the sound of it, you've already done some investigating of your own. I'll see what I can get out of Gigu and the rest of these laggards. What say you survey the scene of the crime? Word has it that an inspection team from the 175th were ambushed right from the hour to the Gobald dig. 175th's a friendly lot. You remember BB, no doubt. I reckon they won't be stingy with information. I don't know if I've met any other members of BB's dig. Their order. BB? Where did he take BB? Where? What? BB. potentially going to navigate our kobold friend, or motivate our kobold friend. Navigate.
It stings. Burns, sears, stings. I set my strongest bombs against him, but they could do nothing. No, nothing. I saw it all. Yes, I did. He grabbed Bibi with one arm, pressed steel against her neck. It was too much to watch. Too distressing, too painful, too much. I was too scared. Yes, too cowardly to come out of hiding. But the Overdweller girl, yes, the girl with green hair, she chased him, followed him, pursued him, chased him to the south.
There isn't much south left, so... Ooh, you okay?
Curses, he's too... Don't touch me. I can stand on my own. My deductions were flawless. I knew the kobolds were next. I waited to strike, and yet I could do nothing. Nasa's job, the ebon claw. I should have known I would be no match for that monster. My strength wanes. At this rate, I shall be... I must go.
You know, if you can get there first, like, tell me where to go. I can fight. Maybe I'm not as strong as this guy, but, like, it's worth a shot at least, right? Oh, wow. What are you doing here, Sylvie?
That one is too strong. What is happening here? How is Gigu supposed to nap with all this disruption? Disturbance, disorder, disruption. Who is this Overdweller girl? What is she doing here? And where can Gigu go to nap in peace? Quiet, silent peace.
How in the bloody hell should I know? Now quit your blathering, the poor lass is wounded.
Worry not for me. Please, you must stop him. Nasa's job, the ebon claw, sword to the underworld. And yet, he is but a blade for hire. No, another pulls the strings.
Enough, lass. Save your strength.
He must be stopped. Ixal, Amalja, no beastman is safe. Is she dead? Expired, perished, dead? Oh, no, this cannot be. Bring my pickaxe. Gigu shall give this Overdweller girl a proper burial.
Fool, she's not dead, but you will be if you don't stop your bloody whining. I fully expected her to say whinging, and it didn't work. The girl still lives, but she'll need an healer. And, she'll need an healers and that's because it's hand, not an. Okay. She'll need an healer's hand and a clean bed, and neither of which she'll find here. I'll see her to Camp Overlook.
Does the Overdweller imply that we are unclean? Gigu takes umbrage at your remark. Offense, insult, umbrage. Why, Gigu took a bath just last year. Yes, he did.
Worry not for the girl. She'll be safe at Camp Overlook. Our priority now should be rescuing Bibi from her kidnapper.
My beloved Bibi was kidnapped? Why, yes, why did you not tell me sooner? What is the ransom? Gigu has 2 chunks of ore and a handful of sulfur.
Somehow, I don't think that'll be enough. Besides, I have a feeling it ain't just riches our man is after. It would seem poor Bibi's life is at stake again. We'll need to move quickly, Ny'ardbert. I need you to share with me anything and everything you know of the man. We'll get to the bottom of this together. Alright, so his name is the Ebon Claw. He's a mercenary. supposedly one of the 5 best swordsmen are mercenaries available in the area. Are you doing exercises? What's that?
My poor PP, kidnapped. Abducted, snatched, kidnapped. Whatever is Kiku to do? I know. Kiku will give you golden squiggly swarmies if you save PP. This is good deal, yes? Yes, it is.
I don't know what those are, but okay. If we're to have any hope of saving poor PP, we have to move quickly. Let's put our minds together, Ny'ardbert. What can we deduce about the kidnapper's means of escape? You found poor Sylvie collapsed in front of a sheer cliff face, with no way out save that which we came. It was there that the scoundrel footprints led you, and it was there that they ended. There's only one question our men could have fled, and that's up. Or there's only one direction our men could have fled, and that's up. Which leads us to our next question. Just how? I've got my theory, but what about you? Could be a balloon, but he also could have, like, jumped down to a boat. I'm going to click this because I like the idea of being like, yes, no, he's a Rogadin, like my grandfather. He can do anything. Aye, you figured us out. We Rogadin can sprout wings from our backs at will, allowing us to soar through the skies with the greatest of... I tell you, Ny'ardbert, sometimes I can't tell if you're actually that daft or you just think you're funny. Come on now, the answer's plain as day to anyone with half their wits about him. But fine, I'll spell it out for you. The kidnapper had an airship. If any suspicious vessels took off from the Cobalt Dig, I can promise you it wouldn't have escaped the eye of Commander Bleedon. To Camp Overlook, Ny'ardbert, and quickly. While you're there, might you pay a visit to that last Sylvie as well? Loath as I am to disturb her rest, I reckon she too might have some knowledge to share. Alright. Sorry, I should get the rest of your dialogue.
I haven't slept since I heard about BB. No, not a wink. Work? How am I supposed to work when I'm so drowsy? Sleepy, somnolent, drowsy.
If there's one thing I know about airships, I know that they cost a fair bit of coin. Whoever's hired our man, it would seem these rather generous. Or at least well connected. Commander Bleedon? Well, look who the tide's brought in. Let me guess, Skate Swiss has got you running errands for her, has she? I figured as much. She's never been one to pay much mind to the convenience of others. Why, not long ago she came rushing in here with a poor lass who looked like she was on her last legs. Does look like an infirmary. I've barely enough at beds for my own wounded. She's lucky we had an empty tent. She's been resting in there ever since. I sent one of my men to bring her some food earlier, but she's been refusing all visitors. A shy one, I reckon, but she's not going to heal if she don't eat. And we can't keep her here forever. A suspicious airship? I'm going to think of it, one of my lookouts did say something about an unidentified vessel taken to the sky. Didn't appear to be a threat, so we elected not to pursue. Flew off to the east, over the Strait of Merlthor toward Aldenard. As for its final destination, your guess is as good as mine. Sylvie? Sylvie speaks from within the tent, her voice faint.
Please, no one must enter. No one. Ny'ardbert, is that you? Do not worry. My wounds already heal. Forgive me. When first we met, I dismissed your aid. I was a fool. Where I am weak, you are strong. It is more than strength. Your heart is full of acceptance and understanding. It is that has won you the trust of beastmen the realm over. Yes, there could be no doubt now. You are the champion we seek, the champion we need. We are no match for the Ebon Claw, but you are. You must put an end to his plot before everything is lost. He will strike the Ixal next. I'm certain of it. You must hurry to a cattle, and lend Chief Totolok your aid. I know that you have no reason to trust me, but I have not even told you who I am. I am sorry, Ny'ardbert. There are some secrets a girl must keep, but I promise you one thing. I I am a friend. I shall share the truth with you before long, I promise. For now I beg of you, please, please trust me. Help me.
Those are the magic words. At your service. To Falgord Float we go. Ny'ardbert, let's go check in on our buds. And see how the Dazul Kulon is going. If they've done more test flights. Would you care to see my latest designs? I'm currently working on a new lightweight hull that will have the vessel soaring higher and farther than ever. When I close my eyes, why, I can almost see Ayatlan peeking through the clouds.
Who is this, Sezul wonders, and then Sezul sees. Return to us, Ny'ardbert does. Enjoy does Sezul squawk. Squawk!
Now there's a sight for sore eyes and tired hands. What brings you back to the humble environs of a cattle? Keen to get back to the forge, are you? As you know, an engineer's work is never done. Even though the Dazul Kulon is yet breaking her own records, I'd wager my laser propulsion device will send her higher still.
Ah, Sezul! Ah! 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 Too squawky your squawkings are. Settle down, you must. What ruffles your feathers so? Tell Sezul you must. Attacked! Attacked we were! At our logging grounds, airship struck! By featherless Nuker it was helmed. Nuker, squawk!
An attack? We've done nothing to incur such aggression.
Bravely we fought. To distant skies featherless one's airship fled. Black smoke and flames it spewed. Squawk in joy and triumph we did. Squawk! Sneaking around our logging grounds featherless Nuker was. Peeping and prying and peeping. Drive him back we did. Squawk!
A raid on Ixali logging grounds? Under normal circumstances, I would suspect the gods Quiff were responsible, but I've not known them to come by sky. But if not the Gridanians, then who?
Must be the man I'm after.
I hear you right, Ny'ardbert. You're in pursuit of a dangerous criminal who's been traveling the realm abducting beastmen wherever he goes?
Yes, I added those details.
Abductions, you say? Squaw, by featherless Nuker, proud Ixali wings bound? Pay for this dishonor he will. Ah!
Our first... Sorry, nope, wrong character. Our first step is to find the kidnapper, a process in which my expertise would serve us well. The rogue airship was damaged in battle, yes? If you could recover even the smallest fragment from the vessel, Ny'ardbert, I am quite confident I could use it to track our foe.
Not far from Hurstmeal battle was fought. Any Nuker droppings there you will find. Pluck Nuker's hair feathers one by one we will. Squaw! Sealed his fate our enemy has. If single feather is plucked from fledglings, much vengeance we shall have.
An attack by an unidentified airship. Ny'ardbert, you must travel to the scene of the battle in my stead. Even the smallest fragment of the vessel you could find would go far in deducing our foe's destination. Airship fragment. Doesn't seem like a lot to go on, but maybe Tatarama could still do it.
What news, Ny'ardbert? Were you able to find aught of the assailant's vessel? What appears to be a piece of the hull plating fallen from an airship. Well, hello. What have we here? A piece of an airship's outer hull, is it? Let me take a closer look. Most uncommon markings, but I swear I've seen them somewhere. Ah, but of course! Why, this is a Garland's Ironworks model, 1569-2. Fine vessels, though. Most will go their lives without seeing one. Only a few were ever manufactured. You needn't act too impressed, Ny'ardbert. When your father is chairman of Highwind Skyways, you have to go well out of your way not to pick up a few tidbits of airship minutiae. I'll put in an inquiry with Advisor Coulson. A quick perusal of the records should serve to identify the rogue vessel's current owner. Yes, Ny'ardbert, it's but a matter of time before the curtain is cast open and the mastermind behind these crimes is revealed for the scoundrel he is. Ah, I finally unlocked to play Triple Triad with Sazul. Hilarious. That this kidnapper you pursue pilots his own personal airship, and a Garland Ironworks 1569-2 at that is fascinating. And more than a bit frightening. It hardly needs to be said that such a vessel would be beyond the purchasing power of all but the wealthiest Eorzeans. Your quarry, or whoever is paying for his services, likely has nigh limitless riches at his disposal. But have faith, Ny'ardbert. Some of the most capable men in the employ of Highwind Skyways are tracking the rogue vessel as we speak. Whoever is behind these abductions, his identity will not remain secret much longer. I've arranged for Advisor Coulson to meet you at the airship landing in Ul'dah. Whatever knowledge my colleagues have gleaned in the meantime, it will be yours. Your foe is backed by the power of coin, but you have something much stronger on your side. The power of justice! Safe travels, and may you serve the beastman-napping scoundrel his due. Serving up hot and piping. At the edge of an axe. I know we're probably just going to fight this guy and that's it, but I am kind of fascinated by, like, the greater lore around him. Coulson? Ah, there you are.
Ah, 'tis a pleasure to see you again, lad. Master Tataramu told me you would be coming. I am pleased to inform you that we were able to retrieve the records requested by the young master with a minimum of trouble. I have taken the liberty of compiling the relevant findings. Yes, the Garland Ironworks Model 1569-2, according to the records, only 4 were ever produced. A shame, really. It was a marvel of airship design. Unfortunately, unrelenting attacks from Garlean forces that year made for less than ideal manufacturing conditions. But I digress. At the time, 2 of the vessels were purchased by the Sultanate, while the other 2 entered Highwind Skyway's own fleet. Of our 2 vessels, one remains in operation to this day, but the other... This is where the records take an odd turn. The records claim that it was decommissioned after suffering extensive damages, then sold off to a trading company known as the Laughing Alchemists. As the ship was heavily damaged, it was sold under the condition that it would be stripped for parts. Yet this was but a verbal agreement. We have no proof that the Laughing Alchemists carried out their end of the bargain. Service with a smile and prices so low the traders will be laughing their heads off. Seek out the Laughing Alchemists for a hilariously good deal. Such are their words. I cannot be certain, but there is something about this transaction that does not sit well with me. The fugitive has been sighted in the vicinity of Emerald Avenue. Bloody hell, seal the gates and block all the entrances to the husting strip. I don't want to see either of your ugly faces until the beast is in chains. Sir! Yes, sir! What is this? A fugitive in the streets. You there! We've received reports that a beastman has breached the city gates and prowls the street thirsting for blood.
All civilians are encouraged to seek shelter indoors until we bring the fugitive to justice. Venture outside at your own peril. Oh, fuck. I need to find them before they do. A beastman rampaging unchecked within the city's walls. That is a frightful prospect indeed. In any event, I have shared all that I have to share, and should be returning to my duties. Pray give the young master my regards, and tell him I would be most interested in having a look at that new airship of yours. The fugitive was last sighted fleeing down Emerald Avenue. Be on your guard. He's known to be armed. Malja Runegate. Or Runegate. Is that a real word? Nick, vocab corner. What you got for me? Thanks, future me.
Have I been found at last? It gives me no pleasure to crush the life from your bones, but you leave me no choice. Say farewell to your loved ones, slavering cur, for your next breath shall be your... Do my eyes see true? Yes, they do, honored ally! I am beside myself with joy this fated reunion. Do not look so perplexed. It is I, your brother and comrade in arms, Ny'ardbert. I can see the doubt in your eyes. You wonder what brings me so far from the Ring of Ash. I can assure you that I meant no harm to your kind, this I swear. Far from it. No, it is my own brothers that are in danger. Mere hatchlings stolen from us by a faceless foe, a sniveling cur too cowardly to meet us on the field of battle. I pursued him here to Ul'dah, and this was my mistake. No sooner did I arrive than did they call me a fugitive, criminal or worse. They claim I visit violence on innocents, when in truth I have not hurt or flee. But they will not listen to reason, and I have no means of escape. Gah! Have I no recourse but to become the murderer that they would have me be?
No, you must not say such things.
Who are you to tell me so?
It seems you've been busy since last we met, Ny'ardbert. Do not worry for me, my wounds have healed. I cannot tell you who I am, only that I am a friend.
You can call her Sylvie.
You've no desire to harm innocents, this I know. You must follow me. I know a way out of the city's walls.
Though we have just met, I sense honesty and courage in your words. I will follow you. Do not lead me astray. The fates have reunited us for a reason, honored ally. There could be no doubt of it. The war leader awaits you at the Ring of Ash. Pray honor us with your presence again.
Alright, let's go check in with Hamujga and Munga.
Honored ally, the fates smile on us today. You've returned to the Ring of Ash from afar, and we are stronger for your presence. I have heard from Ny'ardbert how you and your friend saved his life in Ul'dah. I fear that the fault in sending him to such unwelcoming environs was mine own. The Brotherhood is in your debt once more. When the threat of our mortal foe, the Flame Fangs, was quenched by your hand, Zan'raq regained a measure of peace. And yet I fear that these halcyon days were short-lived. Not days ago, an uninvited guest came to the Ring of Ash from the skies, bearing a fearsome blade and ill intention. Fighting with a fury that belied his slight frame, he quickly subdued the strongest of our kin and absconded with a bevy of hatchlings. The shame, the dishonor. Have the proud Amalja fallen so far that they allow their young to be stolen from them like a sack of popotos? My kin are shocked and shamed by this loss, but we are still Amalja. Unlike Ifrit's adult slaves, we have not forgotten how to fight for ourselves. The Brotherhood of Ash are warriors, and warriors do not abandon their sons. Ny'ardbert tells me that you too pursue this same man. Join us in battle once more, honored ally, that the craven whelp will answer for his dishonorable acts and feel the rage of 1,000 fists crushing his bones into dust. We of the Brotherhood devote our lives to the pursuit of true martial perfection, as you well know. Yet is it enough for a single Amalja to achieve the limits of his strength? No. The martial prowess we achieve is passed down from father to son, father to son. So does our strength grow through generations, those that follow reaching heights of puissance.
I didn't look it up between the last video and now.
Puissance their forefathers never knew. This sniveling cur that would break this chain does us the ultimate dishonor. He will answer for the abduction of our young, and he will answer in blood. Honored ally, you and Ny'ardbert must go forth and find this wretch. Go forth in courage, and know that when the time comes, your war leader will fight at your side, and our strength will be as one, a towering fist of rage to crush the life from our foe. Aside from Lunga and yourself, I thought your kind weak, in body, in spirit, and yet I am told that the fiercest warriors among our kin were no match for this man. Is the peak of martial perfection yet so far from our grasp?
Loon, you hear about this shit? Okay, same thing as before. Well, it's good to see you. I hope that you get involved in this somehow.
Honored ally, I am in your debt. The Ul'dah's hatred for our kind runs even deeper than I had imagined. Had the brass blades found me before you and your friend did, I fear I would have been forced to do terrible things. You've spoken with the war leader. Every moment the hatchlings remain in their abductors' clutches, our dishonor grows. We must take the fight to him, and do so with speed, and yet we know not to where he has fled. But perhaps your enigmatic friend does, for she has left for you a message. She would speak with you in Ul'dah, where I fear my kind are not welcome. You will go and hear her tale, yes?
And here I thought you were one of us, Ny'ardbert. Running off without so much as a word. I just tried.
Oh, fine. Game doesn't acknowledge that.
Is this how you treat a friend and ally? Your ancestors would turn in their graves. I overheard your talk with the war leader. You pursue a foe for the likes of which we've never seen. A man who embodies the essence of martial perfection for which we strive. Only a fool would pursue him alone. On my honor, as a warrior of the Brotherhood of Ash, I, Lunga, would face him with you.
What is this madness, Lunga? The fiercest of our kin were bested easily by this man. If he has reached the peak of martial perfection, you have only begun your journey up the mountain.
And how will I ever reach my potential, save by trying my skills against a worthy foe? Besides, Ny'ardbert travels to Ul'dah, does he not? You said it yourself. You would not be welcome there. But I, a Malja within and but Makote without, can move freely among its people. I will hear no further challenges. Let us be off, Ny'ardbert. This foray into the heart of civilization puts me ill at ease, but no matter. The battle that awaits us stirs the passions deep within my soul.
Fuck yeah.
Lunga's passion I will not deny, but her wisdom is often lacking. The war leader would not be pleased to hear of her true intentions. I shall devise a suitable justification for her absence.
I'll tell him the truth. He could deal.
Still, when that one has steeled her will, few if any in the Brotherhood can stop her. See that she does not come to harm, honored ally. Your friend awaits you at the gate of Nald.
I will do everything in my power to keep her safe. I promise. I like to think that Loon had not been filled in on the situation yet. And so, like, I went over there and be like, yeah, so what are your thoughts on things that are happening? And she's like, what's happening? And I was like, oh, okay. Well, hope you're well. And moved on. And then she found out. Ah, you're invisible, that's why.
So this is Ul'dah. Truly every elm is glorious as the stories say. Though these walls are so high, I must confess to feeling a bit closed in. You come, and you bring a strong ally. This is inspiriting indeed. The Sylphs, the Sahagin, the Kobolds, the Ixal, and now the Amalja. Our best efforts could not thwart the tragedy that strikes at each of Eorzea's beast tribes, and yet all is not lost. For with each heinous act, the shadow that conceals our villains is lifted. Nazajab, the Ebon Claw, the Laughing Alchemists, the mastermind behind this dark plot will elude us no longer. But first, Ny'ardbert, there is something I must tell you, and someone you must meet. When you are ready, come to the Gate of Thal.
Same thing. Alright, I'm headed to the Gate of Thal. Follow along at your leisure. Oh, I might have to hold Unlock Reaper on Paladin. I should do that sometime. What is the closest one? That one. Glad I didn't try the other way, because the other thought I had was that you could teleport outside the city and then just walk back in the gate. But that would be 2 loading screens, and it seems like they're feeling a little sluggardly today. Okay, why did you want to talk to me on the other side of town?
Ny'ardbert, doubtless you wonder what this place is, who I am. Finally, the time has come that I may tell you. Allow me to welcome you to...
The head offices of the Ash Crown Consortium, Eorzea's greatest purveyor of all things crystal. I can stick with that. I have the pleasure of being Shanga Mashanga, chairman and president of said consortium, and I have the honor of making your acquaintance. It is rare that I am so blessed as to meet a like-minded soul. Our dear Sylvie has told us all about your efforts to build trust and goodwill between Eorzeans and the 5 beast tribes, an admirable aim and one I share. The beastmen may be fearsome of appearance and eccentric in character, but are they truly so different from you and I? This is why I founded the consortium. In purchasing crystals from amiable tribes in return for vital resources they require, I aim to aid them in becoming self-sufficient. In this way, I hope to foster a lasting friendship between our peoples. It does not hurt that this arrangement has proved quite profitable as well. If I performed these acts simply out of the goodness of my heart, I'd like to see my Uldan citizenship revoked. All jesting aside, it goes without saying that a few in the Sultanate share my fondness for beastmen, and so I keep up the appearances as a common trader. I would ask that you keep all that I have told you in the closest of confidence.
Forgive me for having kept you in the dark, Ny'ardbert. As a humble assistant to Master Shanga, I did not feel it was my place to speak of the consortium's true aims.
Oh, so you're just a lady. A bit too humble, I say. Though Miss Sylvie joined our ranks only recently, she has shown a remarkable commitment to the ideals we espouse. I consider her amongst the consortium's most valuable members. She has proven particularly capable in the investigation of the beastman abductions. If you would know the truth, these crimes are nothing new. The consortium has been investigating similar reports of the beast tribes for some time, but to no avail. But over time, they grew more frequent, more bold.
I will never forgive them. Never.
Ny'ardbert, was it? You're a rare man. One that Sylph, Kobold, Sahagin, Amalsha, and Ixal alike will look in the eye and call friend. Far and wide has the Ash Crown Consortium searched, but I believe we have found our champion. Join us, friend. We might bring this menace who would prey on the innocent beastmen to justice.
Okay. Without you, our cause is lost. We are lost. You will join us, won't you, Ny'ardbert?
Sure, for this at least.
I thank you. Not long ago, a messenger arrived on behalf of Momodi at the quicksand. It would seem that she would speak with you about an important matter. I do not understand all that was spoken, but it matters little. What matters is that we are one step closer to exacting vengeance on our hated foe.
Oh, and away she goes. Pardon me, Sylvia, I need to chase after her.
Pray forgive me for treating you so coldly when we first met, Ny'ardbert. I am slow to trust others, but you have proven yourself a true friend. Master Shanga speaks true, I am sure of it. You will be the champion the consortium has long sought, and together we will save the beast tribes of Eorzea from a grim fate.
I feel like I'm still missing something here. Like that I don't have the whole story. But maybe that's it. Maybe it's just, you know, weaponized capitalism. Weaponized in a positive manner.
There you are, Ny'ardbert. These 3 have been asking all over for you.
Oh, hey.
It heartens me to see you well, Ny'ardbert. I was afraid the kidnapper had stowed you away on an airship somewhere. Lieutenant Skateswiss of the Maelstrom reporting for duty. I meant to bring Gigu along, but he gave me some excuse about having lost his walking shoes. Pleasure it is to see you again, good sir. Thinking about my academic expertise might avail you in your search for the kidnapper, I decided to make the trip to Ul'dah. Don't know why you thought that would be the case, but perhaps you're lucky. Elder Frixio and the others danced wildly when I told them I might not return to Little Solace. I fear the overwhelming sorrow and loss at my departure has driven the poor things to madness. And yet I knew it was my calling to join you. These three will join us in battle, adventurer. Such allies are welcome indeed. Though we might do without the skinny fellow with the spectacles. Since we last met, I did my own research into the Laughing Alchemists of whom Advisor Coulson spoke. Sadly, reliable information on the organization is not easily come by. What would they stand to gain from a mass abduction of the realm's beastmen? Their motives are a mystery wrapped in an enigma. As are the current whereabouts of their iron blade. I've got a feeling that whatever they're plotting, that we've got precious little time left to put a stop to it. Yes, it is clear that time is of the essence. In my estimation, the best course of action would be for us to split up and pursue different angles that might afford us further clues. Would we all be in agreement? Sure. I'll pay a visit to the airship landing. By speaking with the deckhands and examining the records, perhaps I can ascertain the destination of the Laughing Alchemist's vessel. I heard from my superiors the Beastman abductions reported last year. No one thought much of them at the time, but in light of recent events, I reckon they want a closer investigation. I have a friend or two with the Alchemist Guild. Perhaps they might be able to shed light on the Laughing Alchemists and their shady dealings. I shall pursue the man they call the Ebon Claw. He's hiding right under my nose. I can smell it and feel it in my bones. Excellent, my friends. Whatever information we come upon, we will share with Ny'ardbert here. Now, let us get to work. Our Beastmen friends are counting on us. Okay. Let's start with the Alchemist Guild. Not the long way around again. Oh, adventurer. I was wondering when you might show up. I've been perusing the pages of the guild ledger for all purchases made by the Laughing Alchemists. Quite an assortment of rare and curious ingredients. I must say, 80 hunks of rotted void scent flesh, 20 bulbs of the Narcissus Phantasmus, 50 ponzas of lost soul entrails. As much as this may shock you, friend, the alchemical arts fall somewhat outside my otherwise extensive areas of expertise. An alchemist acquaintance of mine, however, informed me that the sale of such items on the open market is strictly prohibited. As he told it, they have been known to be employed in the practice of certain forbidden arts, the precise nature of which he seemed unwilling to relate in detail. Forbidden arts. Elder Frixio forbade me from ever adorning myself with chocobo feathers again. By the gods! Have the Laughing Alchemists devised an elixir to turn beastmen into beast birds? If so, I dare say we have a crisis of colossal proportions on our hands. You are the stupidest man I've ever met. And I work with Thancred. I know not what the Laughing Alchemists mean to do with their avian army, but the mere thought strikes fear to the very depths of my soul. Oh man, I feel a little bad for dunking on Thancred. I forgot I could have easily name-dropped Hildebrand. Alright, up to the airship landing. You couldn't have come at a better time.
I was just perusing the arrival and departure records, and sure enough, a series of entries quickly caught my eye. To wit, numerous requests for emergency landing clearance from a vessel registered to one Mimariga, chairman of the Laughing Alchemists. These entries grow more frequent over the past 6 months or so, corresponding precisely with the recent outbreak of beastmen abductions. Mimariga. I've heard the name before, and heard things I would rather forget. A man of great wealth, few can or are willing to say how he came by his fortunes. Some rumors say he deals in the black market weapons, some suggest far worse. In some circles, they even call him the Deathmonger. I think we could safely say that we found the man pulling the strings behind these beastman abductions, but 2 questions remain. To what end, and where might we find it? Okay, we've got the who and the how. We just need the... Sorry, the who and the... Yeah, who and the how. We still just need the what and the where. There's some sort of big dark ritual happening. The strings are being pulled by Mimariga. But to what end? And where is it happening? There you are, Ny'ardbert. You'll be happy to hear that I was able to acquire the records of all reported cases of beastman disappearances over the past year. How, you ask? Let's just say that Sketchwis has more than a few friends, and not all of them are as worthless as Gigu in his sorry lot. Anyway, here's one case that caught me eye. Dated 6 moons ago or thereabouts, an 100-odd sylph corpses unearthed in northern Fanaland. Cause of death unknown. And add the bodies belong to Ul'dahn citizens, you can bet your bottom guild this story would grace the front page of the Mithril Eye. Beastmen? Doubtless they turned hostile and were dispatched by some well-meaning adventurer, or so was the reasoning at the time. But recent events put this incident in a whole new light. Sylphs in Thanalan? Aye, that's more than a mite suspicious. As for the state of the bodies, not a single external wound. Potions? But poison, perhaps? Or a ritual. I'm no agent of inquiry, but I'd wager there's more than a passing connection between this and the recent beastman abductions. We'll just have to see what clues the others turn up and work from there. Oh, man, I knew an agent of inquiry, but then he blasted himself into the sky. We don't see too many sylphs where I come from, but from what I hear, they're a fun-loving, hard-working folk. Surely they deserve better than to die forgotten in a faraway land. Have you gotten distracted, Limga? Ny'ardbert! Through the twisted, tortuous streets of the city I have tracked our quarry, and at long last I have found his lair. Within the garish chambers of this place, the Platinum Mirage, the craven cur slumbers, using his misbegotten riches to shelter himself from our vengeance. I demanded entrance so that I might meet the fiend in single combat, but that fool child over there had the gall to refuse me entry. We cannot confirm your membership without looking upon your face, milady, she said. Do come back when you have removed that ridiculous costume and have dressed a bit more formally. Costume? This battle mask is a symbol of my rebirth and resolve. It represents my transformation into an Amalja soldier, ever strong and proud. I would die before removing it from my face for so petty a reason. Besides, these are the only garments I own. Well, Ny'ardbert, you're more familiar with the civilized life than I. How might I best approach this? You've spoken to all the others. Excellent. We should return to the Ash Crown Consortium and plot our next course of action. Do we get to dress you up? That would be so much fun. Is my appearance truly so unusual to the people of this nation? Do they not know a true warrior when they see one? Oh, maybe. It's okay. They're just being silly.
Ny'ardbert, the others have yet to return, but I fear our time grows short. Did they share with you their findings?
They did. Here's the summary.
I see. All signs point to the Laughing Alchemists and their chairman, Master Mimariga, as being the mastermind behind these terrible crimes. What's more, he's been involved in shady dealings with the Alchemist Guild, procuring various prohibited substances known to be used in the forbidden arts. In a seemingly unrelated event, the corpses of countless sylphs were unearthed in Thanalan 6 moons past, dead most likely from poison. Since that day, beastman abductions have been reported with increasing regularity across the realm. I hoped against hope that it would not come to this, but the evidence is overwhelming. Yes, they call the man Deathmonger. It would seem he has decided to truly earn the name. Necromancy, Ny'ardbert. The man has a mind to raise an undead army, born from the souls of our beastman friends. The souls, not the bodies. Okay, that makes sense. We must find him at once and put a stop to his madness. You say that his hired blade has taken up lodgings in the Platinum Mirage? Fortunately for us, Master Shanga is a member in the highest standing. You should have no trouble securing entrance for us, which leaves only the matter of Lunga and the dress code. Fuck yeah! I know not if this will meet your friend's liking, but it should serve its purpose just the same. I shall be along in due time, and as a job, you will pay for your crimes against my loved ones. That dress should serve to secure Lunga passage into the halls of the Platinum Mirage. I shall be along in due time. Same as before, okay. Oh, she's going to be so mad. But it's going to be so cute. I do love this slouch emote. Like, I have to wonder if that's like a thing you can do, or if they made it especially for her. Anyway, Loon, hear me out. We've got a costume for you, let's say, that might make these people be a little more accommodating. Ny'ardbert, I've been keeping close watch on the entrance to this place. The craven cur has yet to show his face. I suspect that he still cowers within the comforts of his chambers. Did you speak with Sylvie? Was she able to secure his passage within? The battle calls me, adventurer. I can contain my rage no longer. Elegant dress. No expense was spared in the making of this luxurious garment. What are these flimsy rags, and why do you show them to me? Surely you jest, Ny'ardbert. I am a warrior of the Amalsha. I would sooner see the flesh rent from my bones than clothe myself in these soft, supple fabrics. I truly must wear them? Many moons have I lived, and yet never have I suffered such dishonor. Were the lives of my brother not at stake, I would rend these rags in my hands and leave this dreadful place in an instant. Very well, adventurer, I will wear these cowards' tatters, but you must swear on your life that none back at home shall hear a word of this madness. I swear, Lunga. Must you gape at me so? As if my shame did not cut deep enough already. You look great. There had best not be anything else. There is something else, isn't there? Yeah, the mask is gonna raise some questions. You don't have to take it off for long. You cannot possibly mean my face. This battle mask was bestowed to me by the war leader himself. It's a symbol of my passion and pride. It marks me as a brother of Ash. You may just well ask me to rip the very flesh off my face. On this I shall not yield. The battle mask stays. Well, then you're going to stay outside. The shame, the indignity, Forgive me, poor leader. It is for the lives of my brothers, for vengeance against our foe, and for the pursuit of martial perfection that I subject myself to this dishonor. You are a friend, but say one word, and it will be your last. I understand. Now let us go! Our fated battle with a mortal foe awaits within. Wow, that is a beautiful room. I've never seen anything like this. It is a veritable palace. Don't look down. I do not recall summoning horrors. Well-done customs are so crude. Silence, fiend! You'll pay for your crimes.
Hell yeah.
Ooh! Such strength. Come on, Ny'ardbert, this is where you draw. Surely you're able to fight him unarmed and unarmored. Nazajab, we've uncovered your master's dark plot. The Deathmonger would slay beastmen en masse and raise an army of the dead, and you lend your strength to this heinous cause.
Oh, that nonsense? Yes, now that you mention it, I do believe that was a silly little plot. Have you come here to stop me?
Nonsense? Silly? Is the mass murder of thousands of innocent beastmen so humorous to you? I know your type too well. You see beastmen as little more than feral savages.
I do. Well, well, this is quite a surprise. I've always strived to maintain equal disdain for all beings weaker than myself. And would be everyone, in case you haven't been paying attention. If Master Mimarigo would raise an army of zombie beastmen and conquer the realm, he can have it. I seek one thing and one thing alone, an equal.
An equal?
I've traveled the realm 100 times over, and crossed blades with the greatest warriors Eorzea has known, and yet none, not a one, can match my powers. No, it is not for fame, not for riches, not for glory I fight. For once, just once, I would know the thrill, the passion of facing a worthy foe in the field of battle, to smell the sweet stench of my impending death before emerging triumphant as I have always done.
You would see thousands of innocents die just to satisfy your depraved thirst for thrills? If anyone here should be called beast, it is you.
My poor misguided little girl. Death is but the blissful terminus of the lives of the weak. Come, and I shall show you its sweet embrace.
When my friends vanished 6 moons ago, I asked myself why. What had they done to deserve such a fate? With the help of Ny'ardbert and his friends, I began to put the pieces together. Beastmen, you, Mimarigo would raise a legion of the undead, a limitless supply of deathless warriors that he could auction off to the highest bidder. Why, it's a veritable license to mint gil. But where would he find his dead? Exhuming the bodies of Eorzeans would quickly attract unwanted attention. But beastmen, seen by so many as a scourge to the realm. Yet who would miss a beastman or two? Or 200? Or 2,000?
Brava, brava. Spoken with such passion. If I didn't know better, I'd say you were a beastman yourself.
This one, you clawed one, killed this one's friends!
There we go. Hell yeah.
This one will have revenge! Are my eyes to be believed? Answer me, Claude One! Where is Master One? Where can this one find this one's friends?
I could tell you, but I don't think Master Mimarico would be too pleased. And he is rather generous with his coin, you see.
Whatever the Deathmonger is paying you, we'll double it. No, we'll triple it. Would you prefer your payment in gil? Jewels and gemstones, perhaps? This is no mere idle bluff. I swear it on the name of my father, chairman of Highwind Skyways. Mayhap you've heard of them.
You speak madness, but this is my kind of madness. Perhaps I have found worthy rivals after all. Master Mimariga set forth for the Invisible City. Doubtless the experiments have already begun.
Good heavens! So the poor beastmen are being transformed into chocobos as we speak. God damn it, voice. We must stop them.
That is all I will say. Your offer is tempting, little man, but I have riches enough to last a lifetime. If you would face my blade, however, your presence is more than welcome.
If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you'll get. And this one will be your last. Okay, non-combatants get to the back of the room.
Yes. Yes, that's the spirit. I expect nothing but a bloody feast for the soul and senses. Do try not to disappoint me now.
I believe our business is done here. Let us leave this place. Why am I not just fighting and killing him right here? Like, I appreciate the backup we'll probably get, but I do think Ny'ardbert can probably fight him, right? Probably? Like, I fought primals. Then again, he is really seeming like our mirror. Forgive me, Ny'ardbert. This is the second time I have deceived you. No, this one is a sylph of little solace. This one's true name is Silbexio. The Walking One Sylvie is a creation of this one's skin-changing magics. This one learned the ways and words of the Walking Ones. This one would walk among the Walking Ones and talk as Walking Ones talk, that these ones and Walking Ones might grow to understand each other. Others felt as this one did. Together, these ones left little solace behind, seeking out the cities of Walking Ones. But these ones' journey was cut short. Laughing Ones saw through these ones' disguises. These ones were ambushed in Thanalan. A sylph slain in Thanalan. Gods, you were one of them. Yes, this one escaped, but others were not so fortunate. It was then that this one made a vow. This one would bring Laughing One to justice. This one assumed the form of Walking One Sylvie, came to this place and befriended Kindly One Master Shanga. Master Shanga is Kindly One, but Master Shanga is still Walking One. This one was afraid to reveal this one's true face, so this one toiled in secret, pursuing Claude One at every turn. The acts of these vile men would throw a spanner into all our efforts in building trust with the Beastmen. Let us hurry to the Invisible City and put an end to their plot once and for all. The Invisible City, a desolate place home to naught but the lost souls of ages long past. Why ever would this Mimariga choose such a remote place to work his dark magics? I think you answered your own question there, Loon. Doubtless a ghost town on the outskirts of civilization is exactly what the Laughing Alchemist had in mind. Why, just think of what would happen if something went awry with the experiment. An army of undead beast chocobos running amok in plain view of the populace? There would be panic. Yeah, that sounds about right. Anyway, the time for talking is through. It is time for action. We'll inform the leaders of each of the respective beast tribe settlements, Ny'ardbert, and join you at the Invisible City shortly after. And, yes, I've been instructed to give you this. I was told it's an explosive of Sylphic make, enhanced somewhat by one Bago of the 789th Order. Oh, no. And then further modified for optimal throwing by the Akatl 9. Think of it as a collaborative effort by all of our beastmen friends. I trust it will serve you well. Now let us go forth and put an end to Mimariga's mad plot. That is such a dangerous object I've just been handed. A sylph bomb that was given to a crazy kobold and then optimized by some of the better Ixal inventors. Alright. So let's head to Camp Drybone and teleport out from there. Because I've been to the Invisible City before. It's where we were betrayed in the run-up to Ifrit. But we fought our way out of that one, and we'll fight our way out of this one. I feel like that was our first exposure to overwhelming odds. Oh, are they set up inside? Oh, okay. No, these are the people that were here to save. Or fight against. I thought this might have been our guys. Oh, Mimariga's in here. I can just walk up and talk to him? Who are you? We're conducting a top-secret experiment here. Begone from here before I turn you into a zombie. Or worse. Alexia. This one has been waiting for Brave One. Disguises will avail this one little here. This one will remain in this form and conserve strength for the battle ahead. Walking ones who guard this place are some of the deadliest swords in the realm, hired by Laughing One at great cost. This will not be an easy fight, not even for Brave One. Is Brave One ready to do battle? To battle. This one is ever heartened by Brave One's resolve. Quietly now, that Laughing Ones might be caught by surprise. Oh, I did walk in there and say hi, but, you know, they're probably still not expecting me to fight them. How many times do you have to stir that pot? I'm not paying you by the hour, in case you've forgotten.
Forgive me, Master Mimariga. It shall not be long before the reagents are fully dissolved. Then our preparations will be complete. In theory.
What do you mean, in theory? I'm not paying you to theorize. I'm paying you to build me an army. Yes, it will not be long now. An army of undead beastmen at my beck and call. The greatest military force Eorzea has ever known. Untold riches. Now, even the very domination of the realm is within my grasp.
Who goes there?
Ny'ardbert, this one has come for this one's friends. Well, look who's here. If it isn't the little girl who's been fluttering around the realm, poking her nose into my business. Or did you think you could fool me with your silly little disguises? It matters not. You and your friends are too late. The potion is all but complete. And then there will be nothing to stop me. Your laughably precious companions will die, and their souls will serve me for eternity. Do not mourn their fate, little girl, for you shall join them. Kill them all, but do try to be gentle about it. What the...
Treacherous fiends, purveyors of villainy, the vengeance of heaven is slow, but certain. You shall answer for your treachery this day.
Who is this that dares oppose me?
I am the flame that quenches the shadow, the fist that crushes villainy. I am the war leader of the Brotherhood of Ash, Ny'ardbert, and my name shall be the last you utter with your dying screams.
I am Nov, the spear from the dark depths, Clutchfather first, and warrior second. Scrah! Sezul Totalak, of a Cattle 9 I am. How to count a Cattle 9 know not. How to fight a Cattle 9 know well. Forfeit your life is. This one is Frixio, elder of Little Solace. Laughing one's crimes against little ones will not be forgiven. Pigman Gigu of the 789th is here, and Gigu has forgot his line, slipped his mind, drew a blank, forgot. Now, what does this do again?
Together we are, the Beastman Alliance!
Egats, a spark source almost took out Gigu's eye. Burned, blew up, took out an eye. Gigu told Bako to go easy on the saltpeter. Laughing one's days of profiting in other one's misfortune have come to an end. Return captured ones and surrender at once. As if a band of bumbling beastmen could stop me. You fools, seal your fate. Oh, shit. And so, the stage is set. Marvelous, simply marvelous.
You bested me once, but this time you shall not be so fortunate. Feel my spear, Shorewalker.
What are you waiting for, you fool? Kill them! Kill them all! Have you forgotten how much I'm paying you? Keep your riches, Memoriga. I fight, but not for you.
Yes. Let hatred and fear consume you. Come at me. Let me taste the thrill of battle, and I will treat you to death's sweet embrace.
Nov and Ny'ardbert believe in, the rest I'm a little worried about.
This is the distraction these ones needed. This one will go off and find the captured ones. Brave one wants me to take the scale bomb and destroy the cauldron.
Alright, assorted assholes. Get ready to rumble. You didn't level sync me, and that was a mistake.
What have you done? That cauldron was made of solid mithril. Do you have any idea how much I paid for it? 5,600,870,000 gil. You've ruined me. Ruined me!
Yes, yes, let your hatred fuel you. Let me taste the rage that burns within you. Thrill me, excite me, delight me. And in return, I shall see your death is all the sweeter.
Your overconfidence will be your downfall, Shorewalker.
The battle drums pound, calling me to the fray. Lend me your strength, Elder.
You sad fool. A magic shield? Ah, now the time is. This you must take. And here's an extra boost. A push, a shove, a boost.
This feeling. I grow weak. The world around me grows dark. I.
Where do you think you're going? That's my airship, you fool!
I shall remember this day, my friends. You've proven yourself worthy rivals, but do not think you have won. No, I shall return to have my revenge. This will go on the show.
What's this? He who thought his bombs were all gone. Used up, depleted, gone. Oh well, here goes nothing.
He's super dead.
Laughing One's crimes have been reported to the highest authorities by the Ash Crown Consortium. This one suggests Laughing One goes quietly. Laughing One's crimes are grave, and riches will not save Laughing One this time. Laughing One will have much time to reflect on one's misdeeds as one rots in jail. My army, my fortunes, everything gone.
I don't know what it says about me and Ny'ardbert that I'm kind of disappointed I didn't get to fight him. Feels like he would have been a fun rival to have, despite him being super evil.
Brave One. No, brave Ny'ardbert. This one has no words to express depths of this one's gratitude. Nemexio, Flaxio, is everyone watching? Laughing Ones are no more. Finally, after so long, everyone can rest in peace. This one has been watching, Silvexio. Yes, watching very closely. Elder One. Elder One remembers this one? How could this one forget? This one remembers the day Silvexio left little Solace as if it were yesterday. This one's heart was heavy, yet deep down this one knew. If anyone could survive the harsh world outside the forest and build peace with walking ones, it is Silvexio, strong of will and pure of heart. Silvexio was alone for so long, but no longer. Other ones will welcome Silvexio back to Little Solace, as a hero to all Sylph-kind. Elder One is too kind. This one is not strong. This one is... Say no more, Silvexio. Silvexio must save strength for the journey home. Brave One. Brave One is friend not only to these ones, but to guild ones, and winged ones, and scaled ones, and furry ones too. It is Brave One that has brought all ones together. This one will always remember this day. This day, this one learned what can be accomplished when ones of all shapes and sizes come together as one. This one is forever in Brave One's debt. This one would return one last time to the Ashcrown Consortium. Brave One will come too, yes?
Luna's gonna be so mad she was late and didn't get to be part of the fight. Unless she was, and it was just like at the edges. I'm not gonna bring it up, so that if she was there, I'm not, like, I didn't miss it. Because that would be so much worse. I was like, yes, you were there, but your contribution was not notable.
Welcome back, Ny'ardbert. I was Sylvie when we first met, and it is as Sylvie I would express my gratitude to you now. When I left Little Solace behind, I was a wide-eyed child, my mind and heart filled with wild fancies. Your people and ours are not so different. We have our differences, but with time and open dialogue, yes, it's only a matter of time before we can all live in harmony. Then my friends were captured, murdered in cold blood by Numerigo's lackeys. I saw the meaningless hurt and hatred directed at peacemen here in Uldar. The depths of hatred I felt for your kind. I could not put them into words. Then I met people like Master Shanga. And you. I saw man and beastman working, fighting together for the greater good. Slowly but surely it all came back to me. It would not be easy, but perhaps my dream could still be achieved. Observing the battle at the Invisible City, I know now more than ever that this is true. The bonds forged today will burn strong, a beacon of hope for all that would look beyond their differences to join their neighbor in the fight for a better tomorrow. I know not if our paths will cross again, but I know this. Eorzea is a better place for your presence. Farewell, Ny'ardbert, and thank you.
You've achieved allied reputation with the Brotherhood of Ash, the Sylphs of Little Solace, Nov's Clutch, the 789th Order, and the Akatl Nine. Furthermore, you now have access to a wider selection of wares from the vendors of all 5 allied tribes. Through your efforts, your allies of all shapes and sizes have forged bonds of friendship that promise to remain strong through the years. You are truly a hero to tribes across the realm. Alright. So that's that. Ny'ardbert is once again a hero to the realm, this time to a slightly different people. Hopefully that'll outweigh some of the stuff we've done against some of these tribes. Even though most of the people we fought have been tempered by primals, it's still... We had a bad rap at the start of this, so I'm glad to have been able to make up for some of that. But with that, that concludes the last of the A Realm Reborn quest lines that I wanted to get done before wrapping up the MSQ. So, I guess it's time. Let's go do that, and then on to Heavensward. See you soon, folks. Ny'ardbert will return.